From WBAY TV, Bill Jarts and Cammie Rapson, this is Action 2 News at 6, your first alert station.
If you're a friend of ours on Facebook, you might have seen a message we posted a few weeks ago asking you to drop us a line and leave a voicemail.
We wanted to check in with you to see how you, our viewers, are doing, and a voicemail seemed to be the best way for you to chime in and maintain social distancing. Tonight, our Brittany Schmidt listened to what you had to say.
5 months ago, we would have never thought we'd be where we are today.
When the first safer-at-home order went into place, our lives were flipped upside down.
Asked to stay home and do our part to fight this deadly pandemic. And we know it hasn't been easy, not in the slightest.
I'm not doing well at all with this.
The world looks much different than what we're used to. Streets are quieter, businesses are empty, and families are connecting through technology.
I talk to him on a daily basis and FaceTime with him and try to do as much as I can to keep him safe and keep his spirits up.
We didn't prepare for this, but this is our new reality.
There's just a lot. There's a lot.
Some are scared, others frustrated.
I'm also very irritated with the protests and some people in my neighborhood who are breaking a lot of the rules.
But no matter how you are feeling, know that you are not alone. Because we're all in this together, we wanted to hear from you, our viewers, and check in during the pandemic. So I asked you to call me, leave me a voicemail, and tell me how you're doing. That story tonight on Action 2 News at 10.
5 months ago, we would have never thought we would be where we are today. Many asked to stay at home and do our part to fight this deadly pandemic.
We all know it has not been easy, believe us, we know. And we wanted to hear from you, our viewers, and check in with you. So our Brittany Schmidt asked you to give her a call.
The world looks much different than what we're used to. Streets are quieter, businesses are empty, and people are connecting via technology. We didn't ask for this. We didn't prepare for this. This is our new reality. So we wanted to know, how are you doing?
I'm not doing well at all with this.
And I am, in some ways, I'm doing okay.
Personally, from the outside, it looks like my family has been doing well. My daughter has adapted well to homeschooling. However, I am one of millions that suffer from anxiety disorders. My anxiety stems from concerns about keeping my family safe from public dangers. I used to get anxiety about public shootings and other unlikely catastrophes. Now, however, I'm worried about getting sick from going to the grocery store, or my very friendly 3-year-old wanting to give someone a high five while on a walk. I had a panic attack while at the grocery store shopping last week, and trying to take deep breaths while wearing a cloth mask is much easier said than done.
It's been very tough financially for the bakery. We have no income right now because of all of this and bills to pay. Our one child has anxiety and I'm not dealing with this very well at all.
My husband will be the first to tell you that my anxiety is much higher than his, and it kind of comes and goes, but mine is definitely much higher than his is.
I'm having issues with my pancreas, and I was scheduled for further testing, and of course they had to cancel that when all of this came about. It's very scary and very, there's just a lot. There's a lot.
I volunteer at the Salvation Army, and I haven't been able to go there since this all started, and I miss them.
It's confusing for the younger ones to try and see them through a door or a window. They don't understand why we can't come in or they can't come in our house, and so that part is kind of difficult.
When the first safer-at-home order went into place, our lives were flipped upside down. We have one shared family computer, and I had to learn how to juggle homeschooling 2 different age groups and also managing to keep the baby safe and our preschooler occupied, on top of trying to manage our daily life needs anyway.
And that is one of my fears, is I have to share my oldest daughter
in 2 different homes, not being able to control what happens at the other home with her safety. I guess what I miss the most is seeing my dad. I have my dad in an assisted living facility, so I talk to him on a daily basis and FaceTime with him and try to do as much as I can to keep him safe and keep his spirits up.
My name is Rod Siegel, and I am doing just fine. When I go to these places, I also wear a mask. I do watch the news a lot. My wife and myself are on unemployment insurance. I'm also very irritated with the protests and some people in my neighborhood who are breaking a lot of the rules.
I don't understand. I don't understand why people think this isn't, some people think, not all, but some people think that this isn't a big deal.
I've been learning a lot during this unfortunate time we are going through. I'm currently laid off from my job as a hairstylist, so I'm enjoying being able to give my body a break from the long hours of being on my feet. I'm also learning how negative people can be. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, right? There's no use in complaining about a situation that you can't control.
Control, something we're all feeling a little out of these days. But tomorrow on Action 2 News at 10, those same people tell us what they're doing to get a little bit of it back and make it through another day of this pandemic. I'm Brittany Schmidt, Action 2 News.
Well, thank you for sharing your stories with Brittany. I'm with you. I miss my parents so much. I just want to see them.
Very candid comments, very candid.
It hits you, doesn't it?
Absolutely it does.
It's been an emotional roller coaster for many of us trying to make our way through this pandemic.
No doubt yesterday you heard from neighbors, friends about their struggles, fears, and hardships. But today our Brittany Schmidt shows you how those same people are finding a silver lining.
When the pandemic started, many of us weren't sure what to expect. It brought out different sides of all of us, but many tell us they're finding the good in this too.
I feel for people who have lost their jobs. So we've been trying to, donate where we can and, into food banks and charities and things like that to try and help out as much as we can.
To fill my time while I'm home, I would make Afghans or Lapgans to give to the nursing home or maybe the homeless come winter or fall. And so far I have 13 made in the last 6 weeks. We also have a blessing box up at Badger School, and we've been bringing food and bringing it there for people who need it in our area.
But I'm hanging in there, and I'm doing what I can for myself. And I have strong faith. And
I wanted to reach out to you because I want to let other people with mental illness and mental health concerns know that they are not alone. That I'm with you, I'm there, I'm doing this too. You are not alone. Just put one foot in front of the other and keep moving forward, even if you're feeling down or scared or worried. The biggest thing that I keep telling myself when the anxiety and the depression kind of sit there with me is that right now we'll figure out a way to move through this. And it's okay to not be okay right now.
I'm really scared. We have our cats here. That's a help.
One of the things that we have triumphed over is I'm so thankful to be working from home and getting time to spend with my family.
A big lesson, and there's a lot of things that have changed, but in a sense it's kind of gotten us closer together. We're eating suppers together, which is a nice thing.
Most importantly, we were also trying to figure out how to keep our kids distracted and having fun. And this was really important to us because we know that kids pick up on what's going on in the world, whether it's good or bad. So Spencer and I came up with the idea that on the weekends, we would take our kids on a family outing. But we do it while safely at home.
So far, we have taken the kids to a basketball game, a wedding, Jurassic Park, a pool party, extreme tubing, a roller skating rink, and a paint-filled slip and slide. Our hope is that when Wisconsin goes back to our new normal and the pandemic passes, our kids will look back on this time and remember it for being fun and happy, and that their parents made sure it never felt scary.
I have my dad in an assisted living facility, so I talk to him on a daily basis and FaceTime with him and try to do as much as I can to keep him safe and keep his spirits up.
We need to be positive for each other to get through this, because at the end of the day, we are all in this together.
Blessings upon you, and you take care. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you to all of those who called in and shared their honest feelings with us. You've shown us that no one is alone, and in fact, we're all in this together. I'm Brittany Schmidt, Action 2 News.
So many times you say, how you doing? You're saying, I'm fine, I'm fine.
Throwaway line.
Right, exactly. So it's okay. It's okay to say, I'm not really having the best day today.
We'll get through this.
Right?